Welcome to day 2. So come to standing on your mat. Perhaps it's just after your alternate nostril breathing. Come to standing on your mat. And I want you to start by stepping out wide. And the mat's really helpful for your grip, especially if you have carpet or a slippery floor underneath you. I want you to bring the heels in and toes out and just have a little sway here and just get sort of aware of what feels right in terms of the width. So if you're too close, it's going to feel really out of whack, and especially this in the shins. So I really encourage you to bring the legs nice and wide. It does mean that you don't have to come down so low if that doesn't feel right for you. We're going to slip into some Tai Chi arms and bring some energy into the body. So really spread the feet into the earth. Often we have one edge of the foot that we tend to lean into, but when we spread the feet, we bring the strength up through the legs. So allowing the arms to just drip down here. Sink a little deeper into your squat. And then as the arms come up through center, breathe in. And as you breathe out, send the hands out wide. That's it. So breathe in as you draw in and up. And breathe out. And see if you can find a bit of a flex in the palms and press out. That's a good release for the forearms. So as you breathe in here, really press down through all of your feet. And come up to straight legs but not locked knees. And then exhale out. So we call this gathering the earth chi, drawing it in and up. And then spread it all around. That's it. A couple more. This is a beautiful way to get the energy flowing in the body and warm up the legs. And even just this practice alone, especially done outside with bare feet, would be wonderful. Come up to standing now, bend the elbows and squeeze the shoulder blades together at the back. And if it feels good, lift the heart forward. Really press the big toe mounds into the floor so that lifts that strength up through your body. That's it. And then come back to center, reach up through the arms. That's it. And this time, as you bend the legs, press down through center. So breathe in as you bring arms out wide this time. And breathe out as you press down like a coffee press. Out wide. And down into this we call gathering the sky chi. And really feel how this beautiful fluid arm movement can encourage you to have a deeper breath. And as you find that copy press and you sink down, see if you can find a little softness in the pelvis. We'll do one more, out wide. Remember, it doesn't matter how low you go, just finding a comfortable place for you. And then come up and stay standing. And again, find that squeeze. So squeeze the shoulder blades together, bend the elbows, press the heart forward from the feet. That's it. And then come back to center. We're going to turn to the right foot. Turn on the feet. Bring the left hand down to the floor. And come into a low lunge here. So you'll slide the left leg back. Press back through the left heel so you've got strength in that left thigh. Bring the left hand to the floor and turn towards the knee. Lift the right arm up. So twist your lunge here. Really press the ground away with the left hand as you reach up with the right. And spread the foot, especially the right foot, into the floor and press down through the big toe mound. So notice where your tendencies are. Find strength there. And then simply bring the right hand down. Bring the left knee down. Squeeze the thighs together as you rise up into a low lunge and reach the arms with you. So what happens here is if you tend to dive too deep, if you're open in your hips here, and there's too much of a curve in the lumbar, you'll feel pressure there. So zip up through the core a little, and that'll bring that support in. I'm going to paint the sky again now, but this time as you bring the hands forward, hinge the hips back, press the right heel into the floor and pick up the toes. So inhale, come forward. And exhale, draw it back. That's it, and keep going. So if you are wobbling a lot, it's okay. You can use your hands to support you, but really find that it's a light squeeze in the inner thighs. So what that does is activate the adductors. 2 more. And back. That's it, last one, reach up. And then draw it back. Stay here, bring the hands to the floor. Imagine there's a wall in front of your right foot and push the foot forward as you draw the toes back. And you'll really feel that juice, that release, come up the back of the leg. And then keeping the foot where it is, just simply turn the toes out from center. So roll the foot, right, the outer edge, down to the floor and press into that imaginary wall as you draw that right hip back. You really feel the release. You know, T-band, some of you, this will be really talking to you. And then unwind the foot, walk back, frame the right foot again, bring left hand down, pick up left leg, and reach up, nice and tall. That's it. Now bring the right hand down, bring the left foot in parallel, and keep the right knee bent as you windmill the arms up. And now we're in warrior two, so arms come out. Really let that knee track over the toes, even press it a little bit to the right, and that'll engage that inner right thigh. And if you're not sure, you can actually bring your hands to that thigh and press thigh to hand, hand to thigh, and you really feel that light up. Arms are out, but shoulders are soft. Don't let them come up around the ears. Sink down a little deeper. So this is warrior two. Flip the front palm, rise up, and as you rise, the tendency is to come out of the legs. So see if you can stay strong, but rise up through the torso. So you're pressing down through the feet to rise up through the legs. We're going to teapot into triangle. So what that means is as you straighten the legs, press into the feet, let the pelvis, and you might even use your hands, teapot, so tip towards the straight leg. So if you need to arrange, you need that left hip needs to come forward slightly, that's okay. So you're tipping into your triangle, squeezing the feet into the mat. Don't worry about how low you go, just get long through the spine. Bend the right knee, rise up. Tip into your triangle. So this is beautiful fluid movement, forward and back. Bend the right knee, rise up. And tip into your triangle. Stay here for a moment. Take a breath. And out. And then as you bend the right knee, press up, come into your goddess squat. So heels in, toes out like we were in Tai Chi, but arms are at a right angle. You feel this beautiful strength and energy in the body. Lovely. Now straighten the legs. I'm going to go to the other end of the mat. So bring the right hand as you turn all the way down to the floor inside the left foot. So you can use both hands if you need to. Slide the right leg back. And then right hand underneath the shoulder as you lift left arm up and twist towards the bent leg. So press into all of the left foot, press back through the right heel, and a subtle reach out of the crown of the head. So we talk a lot in Blissology Yoga about advanced yoga being basic postures done really well. And you'll notice that in the way I teach. Bring the left hand down to the floor and the right knee. Squeeze the thighs together as you rise up into a low lunge. That's it. So if there's any wobbles, squeeze the thighs. Really press down through the whole left foot. Now the hands paint forward as you draw hips back. Tuck the left toes as you press lightly that left heel into the floor. Inhale, tip forward. Exhale, tip it back. So not only are we starting to build strength in all these little stabilizer muscles, and in the major muscles of the legs, of course, we're making space. We're creating room in the pelvis, the hips, and also the lumbar. The more room we have, the easier it is for us to move to grooves. So keep moving forward and back, finding that hook in the foot. 2 more. That's it. Draw it back. Stay here. So lower the hands to the floor. Hook the heel. So really press into that imaginary wall. Draw the toes towards you. Draw the sit bone, that left sit bone, away from the foot. I do this one every day. And then roll the foot out to the side. And again, press into that imaginary wall so the pinky toe edge of the foot has gone out from center. Draw that left sit bone away from the foot that's sealed on the floor. Lovely. And then bring the foot back in. Rock yourself forward. Come to that twisted lunge once more time. So right hand down, left arm rises. That's it. And then bring the left hand down as you bring the right foot in parallel. Keep the left knee bent. Press into the feet as you windmill the arms up and come into your warrior two. So now as you come up to warrior two, your hips go from facing forward to turning out to the side. Bend in that left knee, let it track over the toes. A little press in that left knee to the left to engage that thigh. Arms are out, shoulders are soft. You're pressing down through the feet to lift up through the legs. Now to bring that stability. That's it. And we straighten the leg as you press into the floor, teapot the hips, and come into your triangle. Remember, we don't need to bend as far as possible to get low. We're actually just trying to find this beautiful length up and out of the crown of the head. So bend the left knee, reverse your warrior, so come all the way up through the torso but lower in the leg. And then teapot the hips, come into your triangle. Simply one more. Bend and teapot. So this beautiful movement in the pelvis, and if you ever need to, you can bring your hands to the hips. Stay here. Breathe. That's it. Then bend the left knee, come into your goddess squat. So heels come in, toes go out. It's beautiful practice if we're always moving the feet and thinking and shifting. That's it. And then bring the hands to the hips. As the heels go back out, feet parallel, bend the knees a lot, dip the body down, and allow yourself to really sink here. So bend the knees as much as you need to. Let the head dangle. And perhaps you find a little yes or a no here in the head and the neck, if that feels good for you. Just take 2 breaths here. And then use the hands to help you heel toe the feet in to about a hip width apart. Bend the knees a lot. Dip the chest towards the shins. You can stay here as long as you like. We're going to come up, so hands to shins, reach out of the crown of the head as you press into feet. Exhale to dip down through the body, and then press off the feet as you roll all the way up. And to finish, let's bring the hands to heart center and really plant the hands on the heart. And invite you just to take 3 breaths and really feel it in the heart space. Melting shoulders, softening belly, feel the feet on the earth. One last breath in and clear it out. Beautiful. And go and have a wonderful evening or wonderful day. And I'll see you tomorrow.